These are the Jellycomb TV, PC, DVD wireless audio headphones. Jellycomb, not a brand that I associate, well, that I've ever heard of before, but a brand nonetheless, have sent me over a pair of £30 wireless stereo headphones for TV, PC, DVD wireless audio. Very simple, and they look quite nice, to be honest. £30 is quite an appealing amount of money for a pair of headphones. You really feel that you're spending a bit more than you could do, whilst not breaking the bank to try and get something that's a wee bit more quality. And on here we have wireless RF stereo headphones. On the back we have a few bits and pieces pointed out for us to mention. Foldable and adjustable design, soft comfortable earmuffs, soft rubber handband cushion, a power indicator, a power switch, a 5-volt charging port, and a 3.5mm audio jack. Now we have down here another little piece of hardware as well, which is a 3.5mm, which has a 3.5mm audio jack, a power switch, and a 5-volt power outlet. So inside here, this is essentially a streaming device. You plug this into your television and plug these onto your ears, and it allows you to stream the television without bothering the rest of the people in the house. Great for late night gaming sessions on your PlayStation, or watching that movie that features large amounts of action. So, wireless headphones, stereo sound, and a 20 to 30 meter range. Okay, well, let's dig in and see how we do. I have looked at the Sennheiser Flex 5000, I think it was, in the past, and I use that quite regularly. It's a particularly excellent headphone streaming device. However, it is ridiculously expensive, so a £30 TV option like this would be very welcome. So, we'll look at the headphones last. We have a little power adapter here, which is mini USB. I don't mind that sort of thing on this kind of bit of TV hardware. We have a user guide on how to set it up. We have some indication as to how you plug it into the back of your television, and then it just broadcasts to the headphones, and you can use them in wired mode as well, and you can charge your headphones using a cable that I am hoping is provided on the back of the TVX unit. It's quite stuck in there. Here is the little TVX unit with glossy plastic on it. Here is the TVX unit with glossy plastic on the top. It looks really quite good. I wouldn't mind this sitting beside my television. People may inquire as to what it is, and I wouldn't be embarrassed to say. Open void, so okay, the innards are exposed for anyone who wishes to use them. There's a very small hole there, which might be an IR blaster or something, who knows. We have the charger on the back, band B, A and off, with a simple clicky switch. We'll keep it on A because that's where they had it, and a 3.5mm headphone jack, just for giggles. We also have a stereo phono to AV jack, a 3.5mm headphone or 3.5mm audio cable, and the all-important charger. Now obviously this is micro USB to USB-A. And the headphones themselves, this is the bit I was quite interested to see, because in the product description they looked quite small, and indeed they are quite small. They're not particularly large at all. quite impressed with it. And they look really nice too. They are pretty much all plastic, but it's $29.99, so what do you expect? We have a nice little bit of silvery plastic here with the branding there. This is very smooth plastic as well, the type of stuff that'll leave us a mark, but you can rub it out. And they obviously move a little bit as well, and there's a good bit of give in the headband. This comes up here into the folding mechanism, which is plastic, and we have an L here for left. It's not the easiest to find. There's no markings around it unless you can feel the L. And it's not in a particularly bright color, so it might be quite difficult to find it, but I guess if you remember the controls are over on the right hand side, you should be able to find your way around it. There's adjustability here as well, and then some screws here that hold the whole thing together, and then a little bit of a padding on the top where your hair or head would sit. It folds together quite small, not terribly small, but small enough. And then an R on this side. These little... It doesn't go up and... Oh no, it does. Right, so we have full rotation for as much as you'd expect. We have volume here and here. An on-off button there. 3.5mm headphone jack there, and a micro USB charger port there. Very simple, to the point, and they look pretty good, to be honest. They're not particularly ugly in any way. Well, I'll try them on and see how comfy they are. As they are on-ear headphones as opposed to over-ear headphones, they are a type that I'm not 100% comfortable with. I prefer over-ear as opposed to on-ear, but some people do like on-ear. For short periods of time, they would probably be terribly comfortable. I can't vouch for long periods of time as yet, but I will have a go at watching a full movie with them on at some point in the future. But right now what we're going to do is we're going to get it hooked up and see how it works. Okay, so we get a little blue light on there to show that it is powered up. It's not centralized, although I have noticed that's upside down if you have that sitting under your TV, because really people are going to have it that way around. You're not going to have that sitting under your television. So X and upside down T. But at least there's a little indicator to show you that it's on, and it's not too bright or it doesn't flash or anything like that. And that's a point as well. You have to charge these on something else because you can't charge them off this. Fair do. So there should be a little bit of battery power in these. When we turn her on, we can see a little blue light glowing there. And initially we're picking up quite a bit of interference. I don't know whether it's from our recording gear or from the camera itself or the lights perhaps. There is interference on the line. And as you jiggle the headphones around on your head, that interference comes and goes. And again, we get more interference as we're touching this, so there is quite a bit of electrical interference on it. Maybe need some kind of degaussing connector along the wire. We're going to plug this into our phone and play back a little podcast. And we'll go for the latest text message, and it all sounds pretty good. So that sounded fairly good, but that was obviously on spoken word. The interference disappeared almost as soon as I started playing it. I'm going to go through and look for something that I I'm quite familiar with the music and stuff of, and we're going to go for Homeland. Okay, so we have just watched a couple of minutes of Homeland there with dialogue, tense music, and an explosion. And these did really well, to be honest. You can, during the quieter sequences, notice a little bit of interference coming over. It's not that much, but it's still there because I was looking for it. If you're not looking for it, you probably filter it out and not notice it. It was really quite quiet. And just a background fizzle, moving your head ever so slightly can actually reduce the amount of fizzle. So I'm putting it down to interference from something in here because there is quite a lot of electronical stuff going on. If you're sitting down for an evening to watch some television with these, you're probably not going to have as much of an issue with it. The sound quality is very good. For £30, the sound quality is excellent on these for television. I'm not going to go into testing music in various different playlists and things that are recommended for testing headphones because these are primarily targeted at TV and DVD wireless audio. But for £29, these are phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. The Sennheiser Flex 5000 is the upper echelon of quality whenever it comes to these sorts of things. And to be honest, I'd rather be paying the £30 for these than the, I think it was about £300 for the Flex 5000. And this is a great deal smaller than what comes with the Flex 5000. Now don't get me wrong, I love my Flex 5000 and I will be keeping it in my main living room. However, this will be going into the bedroom. And I'll be interested to see how well it does on gaming as well. I'll hook it up to the PlayStation 4 and see if I can do a bit of gaming in the evening without disturbing anyone. If there's noise cancellation built into these so that it's not escaping to bother the people that are around you because they are closed back headphones, if it turns out to be pretty dire or anything, or my wife can hear me shooting away in Uncharted or something, then I will update this to let you know. But right now I'm really impressed by how decent these are for $29.99. Excellent, well done Jellycomb, top stuff there. I'm genuinely impressed. Alright, so hit that subscribe button down below. It would really help us if you would, because the changes to YouTube's policy recently means that we are no longer being monetized for these videos. We're sitting at around 500 subscribers and we'd love to see that getting up to 1,000 fairly soon so that we can continue doing these videos and the podcast. If you've got any questions, let me know in the comments box down below. Give us a wee thumbs up, and other than that, take care.